And we are live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is for Commander Unshackled, and I just hit the button just to screw with everyone, just for the evening, just for shits and giggles. And you know how that thing kind of goes, because it's always fun. And on tonight's panel, and I am starting 3 minutes early, so fuck you. And tonight's panel we have David the Deuce Dark Shadows, we have Dobber Phoenix, we have Doxing Debo, we have Dutch, we have Godscope, we have Champ, we have that rum-drinking bastard, Jack Sparrow, we have Mr. TNT, we have the legendary Data King, and myself, the immortal Dr. Phil. And yes, Chaos, we are early, so fuck you. And in the immortal words of myself, you can eat a bag of dicks. So,
are the bag of dicks on sale?
Oh, they're on sale. They're 30% off, which is ironic.
KS, you've been around me long enough. You should know proper grammar only.
Proper grammar. Yeah.
Speaking of which, check your wall, Godscope. I left a little poem for you.
All right, I'll check it out.
Don't. It will hurt.
Should I read it?
No.
Should I read it on the show?
No. Do not read it on the show. Do not.
No.
Okay.
No.
Anyone curious about the poem? Just PM me.
Yeah. Okay. So Warpath is over, and I've read a lot of shit about it today going along, and on some of the pages, and people bitching and complaining in forums that it's only for low levels, which wholeheartedly I can attest to. Because half a dozen people, other than a few, didn't crack 10K. I didn't crack 10K. I know Wolfie cracked 15. That kid is something else.
Yeah, but he's something different.
He's an animal.
I think for the high level, it might be in a kind of a challenging. I mean.
Look, I don't think it was designed specifically for just low levels. It just seems it's just the simple fact that there's so many like upper high level or upper mid level like 38s to 40 somethings that have stopped playing the game before the game changed, and it's so easy for those players who are active at that mid 30 range to destroy those bases, and their gain is so much more that it's much easier for them. I don't think it was designed for them, but it's just the reality of the situation of the player base.
I mean, 38 with a Herald could just Ruby them like 90% of them bases that are dead.
Exactly. That's
for us at our high levels, we actually take damage per base. Each base, for most part, we're taking a little bit of damage, and it adds up after you hit 50, 60 bases.
No, but lately there was a lot of things designed for the high levels, so now there's something for the lower levels.
Well, it's not the fact that I say
it was not exactly for the lower levels, but it was something for the lower levels to benefit from.
They're benefiting more than most. I mean, I cracked 3,500 within the first couple of hours. Some shit happened. It took me almost a day and a half to get it fixed, and I cracked out 5,500 in about another couple of hours this afternoon.
I'm okay with it. They deserve it.
Well, I'd like to pipe in. I don't think it's geared towards the low levels. The honor's just easier for a low level to get because of the level lock. But the rewards don't benefit a low level like they benefit a high level. So if you're a high level and you get into Diamond and you can stay in Diamond for the next division as well, I don't think it had anything to do with the level lock. It was just when you're hitting a higher level, it gains you more honor. So the lower levels, they got more higher levels to attack. For the people that are level 46, 47, 48,
exactly, but
don't have that much higher levels to attack, and they need them to gain a decent number of honor points to gain in an attack.
Exactly, but that's why you have to do the event in the proper way. You have to start out hitting low to get all the targets out of your system so that you get to that certain level, so then you save those high level targets for more gain later on. If you start out hitting high and you drain all of your high level targets,
You'll
you
suffer.
hurt yourself later on. I've probably hit 30 bases. 30 bases the whole entire. I didn't hit a single base that paid me less than 100, and I wound up with almost 6,200 for the first round. I had no more than 8.5 hours of my Herald damaged through the entire course of that 6,200 game, and I hit only players that gave me a viable game. I didn't hit. I started out hitting 38s, 39s, 40s, and when I gained nothing from them, I stopped. And then I hit 41s, 42s, 43s, and when I gained nothing from them, or it was like 30, 60, I stopped. And then I started hitting 44s, 45s. I found a couple 46s and 47s. I even pancaked. And it's the same thing, like I said in the beginning. Find the bases for the players who don't play anymore and make it easier on yourself. I went into a guy that had AA plasma, no hunters in his base, no base defenders, and he was a 48. And I gained 450 from hitting him, and I got 20 minutes of damage on my Herald. Yeah, it's the state of the player base is a direct reflection of the advantageous standing for the mid to low players and why they have so much honor right now. But in reality, they need it the most.
Yeah, well,
They
my
need it the
idea on this event was it's based on the old PvP style when it first came out. It was based on your level. If you were a lower level, you hit the higher levels, you got more infamy out of them. Now, this hurts the higher levels. You got somebody with 10K infamy, for instance. Let's say you're a level 44. You got a 30. You got a 10. You got a 33 with a level with 10K infamy. You go hit them. You're not getting jack crap from them.
Honor, not infamy. Different system.
I'm sorry.
But
Well, in this case, it's the honor. The honor. You go hit a 33 with 10K honor, and you're getting nothing if you're a 44. Where's the logic in that? It's not a fair system in a sense.
The difference is if you're not doing PvP. For me, if I'm a level 46, if I'm hitting a guy level 46, he didn't do any PvP, but I do get a decent amount of honor of him. So it doesn't matter if your opponent is doing any PvP or any honor kind of things. You will.
The best suggestion to throw out there for guys who are complaining about this. So I've done this and I hit this base and lost my ass and I didn't do anything else and I got 500 honor. Target bases with no infamy. If they've got no infamy and very little thorium, as in like a couple of thousand, it's guaranteed that base has been inactive for some time and is a viable target.
Yeah.
As Data said, for us higher levels, we got to hit low first, save our higher levels for later. That's it. So that's basically the way the game is. This
just search empty bases, no infamies, empty bases. Most likely they don't hit you back.
Or the bases that are say like 44 and up that are like level 20s and below. Quite a few of those out there. Anyway,
those bases are also viable targets as well, especially the guys. I mean, I spotted a level 1, level 41 that pretty much had 3 turrets in his base, and I just sat there giggling the entire time while I was smashing him.
I think we all
249 honor, but he had no base.
Exactly. It was based for us level. The higher the level, the higher base you have to hit. That's all.
I would love to hear you giggling throughout the whole attack.
You should have been here for Thursday night. That was funny. It was. But I mean, how do you all think this has gone down? Do you think it's gone down well? Do you think it went down badly? On a scale of 1 to 10?
I loved it. I liked it. It was a grind for me, man, because I'm a 47 and stuff, and it just had to hit more bases. I had to find more targets. I had to jump to more sectors, but it was fun overall. And I hope they kind of find some kind of medium where I can gain a little bit more, without hitting so many bases.
What I was wondering is why didn't they make it level bound? It is level bound. I want to just the thing is, if you're a 40 and you hit another 40, the range between some levels gives you that much honor. If you go lower, you get that much honor. The same goes for every other level. So if you hit a 28 in the range from 20 to 30, you get 50 honor. If you get higher, you get 100 honor. Get above 40, you get 150. So it makes it even for all the level players.
Well, I'm still not totally convinced if they have to change it. I mean, I think it's supposed to be more difficult for the higher levels to gain stuff because it needs to be more challenging.
I don't think it was designed that way. I think it's just ended up that way because, as Data said previously, a lot of players have got access to more toys than they should. And why can't I hear a fucking bird squawking?
There's a blue jay outside my window.
Shoot it.
It's gone now.
Yeah, there are certain players on a certain level. They shouldn't have access to certain units.
I wouldn't say shouldn't have access to them, but they've got it anyway. I mean, they've gotten help from alliance mates or bought something in packs. That does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I would like to see as a change, like for me, Warpath went great. I love the fact that the defenders healed quicker. The only thing I would like to see is that for the duration of the Warpath, since they refused to give us a PvP air plat, make it so that for the duration of the Warpath, air repairs the same rate that the defenders do. Because we have our PvP ground tunes, our defenders repair quickly. Why can't our air?
No, I'd go one step further than that. And because it's PvP orientated, and if you do use PvP platoons, that's fine and dandy. But I didn't drop a single ground platoon during Warpath, not one. I
had to
ground anyway.
And the two things I did actually like a lot is that you could only hit one player one time, then it got a permanent bubble, so people could not exploit certain kind of things.
Yeah.
But they could exploit that with the depots. That's fucking interesting, man. You hit someone.
I found that out on the first day. I hit someone's depot and their base had that permanent bubble on them, and I was pissed because I wanted to flatten that person's base, and he would not pop. So I took every single one of his depots, and then when I went to his base, he had a pink bubble on, and I was mad.
That's something they should change, I think.
I think that's an oversight.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as for the one hit, one time, you're done, I don't necessarily like that, because if you DC and you come back and you didn't have time to deploy anything, you're fucked. I think it's as long as you gain a star, whether it be 1, 2, or 3, once you gain a star on that base, that's when the permanent bubble goes on. Because there was a lot of people, and it happened to me a few times too, where I disconnected on attack and that was it.
Well, I had one time that I was starting an attack, and then when I started the attack, I was kind of busy in the global chat, and I was losing the track of time. So suddenly, when I thought, oh, geez, I was in an attack, and then my minute was gone, and I lost the attack. So it got a permanent bubble. So it was kind of like my fuck up. So I kind of like that, because you have to be into it. You got to be focused. If you're not there, you're fucked, and it's your own fault. And in that case, it was my own fault.
Well,
in that case, of course, but like there's a lot of people and that I completely understand, and I'm not going to be upset if they don't change that, because it is a good aspect to have. But you get these people
I do understand
disconnect.
What you're saying.
Yeah, you get these people that disconnect on the start because they've been hitting for 2 or 3 hours at a time, and it's just one of those things. You disconnected. Shit, you're out of luck now.
Well, here's a fix for that. Okay, honestly, it happened to me several times where I start the attack DC. It takes you a minute to reload and reconnect on average. You know, it's
It
just
takes
the
you a
nature.
minute? Holy shit, that's quick.
Yeah,
I know, right?
it's just the nature of this game. But now, if Kixeye can make it to where you deploy a tune, regardless of you disconnecting or not, then the bubble for the 4 hours or the infinite
Yeah.
bubble for you, that would be acceptable.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
I don't know if they can write that into the code or not in the time frame.
I think it would be easier for them to write in that as soon as you got a star on the person's base, they'll have that permanent bubble. I think that would be the easier fix. I don't see them doing it. It's just an idea. You can have it for free. I don't expect commission this time.
That is,
But
then low levels can hold bases forever, and like hold them for the higher levels.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's already
I guess,
exploitable.
yeah, you could exploit the shit out of that.
I really love that people want only one person could hit, because then I knew no level 30 or something on, like, no big guy was going to come on his little account to hold my base.
Right.
Deploying
The platoon is the best one that would solve the disconnects for you playing for 2 hours. You know.
So, what do you guys think about the fact that if you attack a base, you gain resource and thorium, but not lose?
I loved it.
I love it.
It was great.
That was great.
Same me.
I gained almost 30 million XP just from PvP.
The only
every base I hit, I was getting 300 million res and like 40 million thorium.
The only
It was
thing
a good way to.
I loved it. I loved it too.
The only thing that pissed me off is I was always topped out on thorium, but not on metal and oil. And I was like, I need oil and metal, damn it! You know, I'm trying to get some oil. I don't need your thorium.
It was.
I
was
built
a nice
a
idea.
lot of phalanx.
I loved it too.
Yeah, I was saying, can you even imagine if they rolled that out permanently throughout the game?
That'd be sweet.
That every target you hit, you would take, but they wouldn't lose it.
I don't see them ever doing that.
We would never have a resource situation again.
Because if they would do that, it would be boring.
They wouldn't need the 65s. They wouldn't need the 80s. They wouldn't need anything.
Well, they still would, because somebody would have to fill up. But that's something that would exploit it
get a level
lot.
45 or something like that to fill up to 800 million res. Somebody that's compressed the thing, and then have the whole sector hit them.
If they would do that, if they would do that permanently, everybody would PvP only.
Yeah, and then they could make more money on it. It's one of those things that it could go very well, or it could go very bad.
They will find out soon enough if they will launch it.
And you'll see people like level 50, 55s because of res swapping all day, getting like 800 million in one hit.
Well, I don't see them getting rid of this PvP season thing anytime soon.
No, they won't.
No, this was actually quite fun for me.
Is there any did they put out like anything what the trophy is going to look like or anything?
No, I haven't seen anything on
yes.
that.
If you're in the game and you bring up your rewards, it'll show you the trophy, and if you hover your mouse over the trophy, a little icon will pop up and show you what it looks like, and they both look sweet.
They both look sweet. Yeah. Yes.
I want that trophy, man. That's all I want.
I can share it if you want.
They are actually a blood thorium piece in a how do you say it in a I don't know how you say it in English, but they are nice. They're looking nice.
I will post pictures of them on the Unshackled page here in a second.
Cool.
That helped very much. So, any more comments on that?
I think what's her name? Skipjack made a really good point on the Unshackled page. She says we've been asking for something for medium and low levels to kind of help boost them up, and I think this is a good way to do it because they can get 10K with a little bit of work and effort, which would give them access to, assuming they have the Ardra, a level 4 Ardra with the 6 blood thorium, and a level 4 Ardra is very, very devastating. I mean, we tested a level 5 Ardra in preview, and if it's anywhere, a level 4 Ardra is not that much weaker, and so a level 38, let's say, with a level 4 Ardra, that would just be pretty nasty to go into somebody's base, and that'll give them a good tool for like PvE and even like some basic PvPing, as long as they're allowed.
A quick comment as per payout.
But
the payout won't happen until the end of the second phase of this Warpath style event. So you're probably not going to see anything until after the maintenance the following week, which won't be until the 11th of October. So you can quit bitching that you're not going to get paid. You'll get paid when Kixeye say you're going to get paid.
Doesn't the next round end on the 13th?
The next round starts on the 5th and ends on the 7th.
Oh, okay.
2 days.
But we're all sitting here quietly hoping that they're going to pay us out twice because they're
That's
really
not going to happen.
It's the sum of both PvPs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Something else I'd like to see.
Oh, yeah.
What benefit was there to defend your base aside from not losing honor?
Absolutely not.
Laughing at people. That was fun.
Hell yeah.
And if you smashed everybody, like I hit maybe 5 or 10 bases and then I would get hit, and I'd lose like 800 honor from like one hit. Well, if I did a good base defense and defended, I'm gonna lose my stuff and their stuff's gonna be dead. But now somebody else will just hit me. And now that guy he won't be able to hit me, but someone else will be able to hit me, and you got 3 or 4 of them up against you. If you fight them all off, that's great. But now you got a dead base tune that's got to heal for 4+ hours. And
how much honor did you have that you were losing 800?
I was at 7,800 one time, and then 7,600. A guy hit me for 800. I went down to 72. Another guy hit me. It was 72 minus 8, and then the guy hit me for 400. And
oh wow,
they were all higher and had my honor or higher, and I went to go hit them back, and there was only like 150 I was going to get off of them. And I'm like, yeah, this is a little imbalanced because
no kidding.
They're hitting lower, so lower on both ends, like level and honor. So they shouldn't have maybe got 100 off of me, but my honor went down 800.
Yeah, I had 5,000 honor. That was the highest I got too, and I got hit by a 45. He took of 900. Well, he gained 900, but I only lost 128.
Yeah, I'm very OCD with my numbers, especially with stuff like this. And I kept track of my actual honor points on the right. I didn't care about them.
Because I wanted to see how much I lost, like how much I was losing compared to how much he was gaining. So I wrote down the exact number I had. I had 5,072. And then he hit me. He gained 800 or just about 900, and I only lost 128. And I was so happy because as soon as I saw that, all the people in the sector that I was with, because I had no more enemy targets, I hit all them. I was in a friendly sector. Everybody in that sector that had high honor and was a high level, we all took our defenders out, went around smashing everybody.
It's much easier and far cheaper to run defenseless.
Yeah,
a guy can come and bubble you with a herald. That's perfectly fine, but he's running a bubble on an undefended base, and he's going to take a whacking for the privilege. I mean,
yeah, and he can only hit you once.
Nice. Yeah, and he can only hit you once. So as soon as he's done, you go pop and go smash half a dozen other people, and you'll get that back in no time at all.
Oh yeah, it was fun for me. I had when I was in an enemy sector, I had my defenders in, and the best somebody did on me was 29%. And I was happy because as soon as he was a high level, he was a 48 who hit me, and he hit me. He did 29%, and when I guess every
low 48, I gotta find that fucking room.
Yeah, he wasn't very good. He lost pretty well everything he had. And then when everybody saw his tune ghost away and my base wasn't bubbled, nobody hit me. They just jailed me and started hitting my tune, so I couldn't get out. So I just jumped out and jumped back in.
That's the way to do it.
With the wording, it says the sum of total earned. So is that earned or showing? Because I've definitely
probably your balance. It'll probably be your balance.
Because I've earned over 10K this time. It's just I'm showing 5K.
So do you
Yeah,
have to
well, if
wait-
that's the case, I'm probably sitting at 20,000.
It's the sum total over both events. The
And that's
sum total. So you won't know
Yeah,
what
'cause
your
when I-
final payout is until that round is earned. Because if by the looks of it at the moment, your honor is going to stay until it's over.
so if I'm
Okay, that's
sitting
not too bad then.
so if I'm sitting at 10K and I don't play the next event and I get smashed and dropped, then I'm not in diamond anymore.
Correct.
No.
So you're supposed to be getting enough honor points to stay in the Diamond League.
Yeah.
But even
And
then, if you're in diamond, all you really need to do is get 800 a day. Because if you get hit, like let's say you go to bed and you're off the game for 12 hours, you'll lose that 800 honor in that 12 hours. And then when you get back online, you get another 800. Keep yourself in diamond. Like you just have to keep yourself above that bar. So take into account, like expect to lose 150 or 200 every time you get bubbled, and just make sure that you have that buffer period so that when you get on back online in the morning or when you're done work, okay, well, you're only 20 below diamond 1, you go hit 10 bases, you're good for the night. You can be flattened every 4 hours so you wake up the next morning and you'll still be in diamond.
See, I don't know, man.
but what-
I got hit last night. I had 9,800 or 9,900, and I got hit by one person, lost 800.
Yeah.
You must have got hit by
But,
somebody
what
who was
if,
in diamond then.
But
I
what
got
if
hit
a
by
lower, but
5,500.
what if a lower account hits you? Yeah, he will gain more than 200. Champ said 800. I mean, yeah.
The lower the
And,
level, the lower
I
the
had-
level they are, and they bubble a higher level. So if a 33 bubbles champ, which ain't gonna happen, but if that happens, they're gonna get the most honor they can possibly get.
I see with mine, it was 45s and up that were hitting me, and I'm a 45. And I still lost 100.
Yeah, but it's the lower the level they are, they hit you and they bubble you, they're gonna get a shit ton of honor from you, regardless. So the higher the level you hit, the more honor you're gonna get. I mean, I was at one point where hitting 43s, I was getting nothing.
Well, yeah, that's if you're getting higher and higher. I mean, the lower levels don't give you anything.
There were enough 40s out there that don't give me anything either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
so,
I,
I mean,
was
only
hitting
one
I was
level.
hitting threes and I was only getting 83 per hit.
Yeah,
And
so
like that sucks. Come on.
Yeah, but hey, it shouldn't be too easy for you. I mean,
True. Yeah.
it has to be some kind of challenging. I mean, I know people would get exploited and then only hit the easy base. I mean, if you want to get those blood thorium things for the hero tokens, you should be doing a challenging thing, or you should be doing something that you earned, and not only doing easy bases. You should attack heavy bases or something you would never do before. So
Well,
that
stand
kind
by.
of thing, I like it.
We'll stand by because next week's going to be hard on everybody. Then you're
Oh,
not going
yeah.
to you're not going to get anything from any kind of lower. If you're, I'm a 46. So as of next week, if they don't take away what I've earned this week and they
So
leave it on
that-
the board, that means that I have no choice. I mean, I can't even get honor unless I'm hitting at least a 43, 44, 45.
So that means next round we have to hunt for higher levels.
That means stay the hell away from me.
Everyone form a queue at Godscope's base.
I was surprised. I thought for sure Lonnie was going to come flatten me at some point, and he never did. He must have been busy.
He was busy flatting everyone else.
Hey, Godscope, you still in Sector 12, right?
Nope.
He had to think about that one for a minute.
God's
No, I didn't.
friend says I can find him.
I'm not in the game. My defenders are repairing. Please don't hit me.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. I will be right over. I gotta make 200 sectors just to find you. Ugh.
You're not gonna take any honor from me. That's over.
I don't care about the honor. I'll yank some infamy off you. Just say I hit you.
Fuck that.
No, just take out half of his base and then kill all his defenders, and then just walk away.
My defenders are repairing.
Yeah, he said his.
Actually, they might be fully healed by now. Because there was something I noticed after the warpath was done. I was hit again, and I noticed something with my base that I'm not going to say on air because I want to ride that out as long as possible.
Well, now you've said it.
Hex.
You're still stuck on the 50% repair, aren't you?
Yeah,
You shouldn't be.
That's probably not going to go away.
I was.
After maintenance.
My stupid Hades are still on like
all of my Hades and all of my phalanx were dead. Because I got hit 3 times overnight, and all my defenders ended up getting killed. And when I got on this morning to check the damages, I lost.
Now, was Warpath still going when you hit repair?
No.
No,
I got out of bed at 12 o'clock at noon my time. So Warpath was done for an hour.
Oh yeah.
And I hit repair, and every single one of my defenders were all dead. I hit repair, and it was 4 hours and 42 minutes.
I have 8 Hades and they're 3 hours 10 minutes, and I hit it after it's ended too, because I was micro healing.
Really? I have 7 Hades and 7 Phalanx in my base, and it was 4 hours and 40 minutes.
If it's the way to make base defenders cheaper, then I would highly suggest you keep it.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. It makes me pop up and hit more. Because before, it was 12 hours to repair my base plat, so I'd fight until I got flattened. And then, okay, well, I'm holding on to this bubble till tomorrow because that's when my defenders are healed. Because I refuse to give this crooked fucking company any money that they don't deserve. And as long as there are still cheaters in War Commander, I don't care if the scripts aren't working anymore. As long as there are still cheaters playing this game, I will not coin PvP.
Look, I'm going to go outrightly and say it's a flash game. There are always going to be cheaters and exploiters in some way, shape, or form, whether they be minimalist or through the fucking roof. It's still going to happen. I mean, coining is your choice. It is your choice, or you're not. I mean, after what's happened recently, I know for a fact that I won't be doing that again.
Yeah. Like, I got no problems coining events, coining upgrades, builds, stuff like that. That's all fine, well, and dandy. But the stuff that they've been doing with these cheaters, that they're fixing the scripts and they're still allowed to play this game, counts. If you cheat, if you hack this game, if you have stuff on your account that you did not earn, that you put there because you're lazy and you're a scumbag, you should not be able to play this game. And I know in doing that, Kixeye is going to lose about 70% of the people who play War Commander, but still. What the fuck's a Blackhawk King? You mean Blackout?
Honestly, if Kixeye can make your base plats, honestly, make that a separate platoon for repair, and you cannot move them in and out until the plat is fully repaired, would be fine with me.
I'd love it.
That would probably make people coin even more. That one's free, Kixeye. Next one you get charged for.
It's funny you mentioned that because people were saying they wanted a 50% repair time, and Kixeye does that. And of course, every time that Kixeye gives you a 50% reduction, your plat's locked. Look at the raid platoon and look at the PvP tune. It's locked until
until it's fully repaired. And I'm fine with that because I don't usually switch my defenders out. Most people don't.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people crying that they can't swap their defenders out and all that. Now, of course, it does kill micro healing Hades, like me and Lonnie love to do, but
you can do that in regular plat. I mean, we're just talking,
you can still micro heal them in a regular plat.
We're just talking strictly your base platoon plat. Give it a 50% reduction, lock it until it is fully repaired. Then you can't move it in and out, just like this event was permanently. And I guarantee you, people will coin even more. If you think about a 50% reduction on a plat of Phalanx, which is what, 50 gold normally, we'll say, And instead of it being 50 gold, it's only
I'm going to
20.
break your economics here for a minute. You're on the instinctive impression that people are going to coin. No, they're not. People who don't coin generally don't coin, and they're not going to coin it anyway. What you're looking for there is another reason to make coining cheaper. That's the only reason. And it's not going to be valid in kick size number books. I'm sorry, but no.
Well, I agree with you, Phil, and I also agree with David to a point where that if, like, let's say with my defenders, it's 4 hours right now with the 50% reduction to repair all my defenders. If you're not a heavy coiner, you're not flattening me very many times in the span of a couple days, because if my defenders repair in 4 hours, I pop again. Well, if you didn't coin everything you lost in my base, you're not hitting me again. But if you get these players like Lon.
Okay. He went very quiet there for a second.
Yeah, I think he just lost his internet.
David,
I think he did too.
Kickstar's looking for an idea to make a player like me to coin. Like I don't coin repairs. Especially like 4 hours. I'm gonna wait it because it's 4 less hours I gotta wait. But how would you get somebody like me to coin? And because anybody else, like the people like Lonnie and Scooby and all that, no matter what the cost is, they're gonna coin it.
No, that's true. But I mean, for the average player that does coin, it's going to make them go, it's only 25 coin to repair my plat now.
You're putting aside an argument that is invalid before it even leaves the gate. You're going on. Look, a free-to-play online model doesn't negotiate the smaller coining player to the medium coining player to the large coining player. They go after the guys that will drop $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900 in a sitting to play and be the biggest fucking badass on the planet. That's the model that is used. So each time there's a reduction in any way, shape, or form, Kixeye has to look at the numbers and find a way to rebalance that issue. And that's the problem that you're going to face. And in no way, in no sense or terms, if anything else, are you going to convince me that having it permanently is going to force people to coin or make people or give them the choice to want to coin.
Okay.
Your logic is flawed.
Okay. Well, how about, just make it a separate repair plat?
No.
In itself?
No.
Okay.
It is kind of
because that's classified as a barrier to spending.
Well,
Kickstarter. Look, I'd hate the fact that I'm going to have to sit here and explain the mechanics to a fucking bunch of Neanderthals, but the mechanics of free-to-play gaming go along the same lines as an RPG. It's spend, collect, gain, and improve. It's the same. It's the same loop, and it does not stop. You give the player plenty of shiny things. It's the same thing every time you see a victory screen, or you gain an op from a base, or resources, or thorium, or the chest with your tech in it. And the next time you say assuming gender, Dobber, we're going to have a conversation that you're not going to like.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Can I continue?
Nobody interrupted you. You interrupted yourself.
I was interrupted by your ridiculous PC bullshit.
Do you have any proof?
Again, it's free to play. It goes along the loops. And they want to find a way to maximize as much money as they can get. And that's it. There's no if, there is no but. That is fact. And saying that it's going to convince more people to spend money, no, it won't. People who don't coin aren't going to coin. People who do coin will coin regardless. If it's cheaper, great. If it's not, and if it stays the same as it was prior, then it will stay the same. No actual increase in profit will happen. And you've got to think of that before you can say to Kixeye, "Oh, I've got this idea about this, and this, and it's going to make you this much money." When in actual fact, it's not going to make them a goddamn dime. Everyone went very quiet all of a sudden.
Thinking it over. No, that's exactly the case.
I just don't want to face the wrath of Doc.
No, it's exactly the case what Doc's saying. It's always going to be like that in every game you play. It's just a simple way of life in games.
If you can put forward a solid idea that you can weigh both the pros, the cons, the profitability, and the availability to do it, and have all of them, then, well, if the idea is valid, and I can validate it, because I can quite happily play devil's advocate, being both a player and a former game developer, because I've done both roles. I know what the score is. Kicks, I know this, and it's why I can advocate so much stuff. I can say this is bad and this needs changing. This is what needs to change. A permanent PvP platoon would be great for a base defense.
Well,
I don't see them making any money off it, but I can see it being beneficial to players and encouraging PvP. And it goes along the lines of natural PvP, not an event-style PvP like Warpath, natural PvP, where people will go ahead and defend their bases. Whereas in Warpath like this, you're running 3 days of smashing as much as you can get, taking a whole bunch of repairs in the process to get a shiny prize at the end of it. And I said this in my post not so long ago, where I sat down and I went off the beaten track in my usual forum posts and told them exactly what was wrong. KS, no, you'll get flattened by Godscope, and he's not here to tell you that, so I'll tell you in his stead. And he would flat you, and you know it, so quit fucking blabbermouthing.
yeah, I just have one little thing. Blackout is not shit. We all said the same thing about the War Rig, and it's a fucking beast. Wait till
I won't see the Blackout for about 4 weeks.
The War Rig only ended up being good after like 18 different balance changes just to make that thing worth a piece of shit.
That's what they're going to do with the Blackout. If it turns out to be a piece of shit, they're going to fix it.
The Blackout does no damage, 750 space. The drones do decent, but drones fuck it up.
Yeah,
you can have 2 drone silos sitting right there. That new air come out, it will fuck that Blackout up. And then you got to sit there and repair it for 14 hours, 16 hours. I don't see a purpose in it at the moment.
At the moment, yeah, I see your point, but they do this shit with all their units, man. They start out like shit. Mine's regular level 10, and I'm using it right now. It doesn't seem so bad. It's not taking that much damage.
Debo
It's all about how you run it. I mean, you know, I'm not going to bullshit. Mine's only level 1. I enjoyed playing with it. It was a lot of fun. It kept up with your Sandstorm and your Titan. It actually stayed underneath the Titan. So you had the extra cover from the Titan drones and everything else. So it's all about how you use it. Is it a standalone unit? Hell no.
No, it's not. I would consider the Blackout to be similar to what the Titan was at the beginning.
Correct.
It's a cover unit. You use it to cover your own ass. Titan Jericho before Titan became Omega was a combination. When the Titan became Omega, it was an even more powerful combination. It's still an extremely powerful combination now. And I still use it fairly regularly because it works.
You know, Kixeye's going to come out with tech for that unit too. Who knows what it's going to be, but.
Yep, there's a lot of people, they get a new unit and they'll throw it in level 1 in like a BK80 and be like, oh, it's crap. And any unit at level 1 sucks except for like
I said the same thing. I said the same thing when Jericho first came out. I remember, man. I was like, "This unit's shit. What am I gonna do with this fucking piece of shit?" It's the best unit in the fucking game right now.
And that's another thing. They throw it on Ruby in the base, and they don't control it. And then like, well, there's no unit in the game that will Ruby like a VK80 or all that without taking massive losses. Even an Omega Juggernaut level 40, or like an Omega Herald level 40. You know, if you Ruby it, you're gonna take the base, but you're gonna take some damages with it. But we've got so many toys now. We've got a plethora of toys. There's your $5 word for the day. That we can pick apart bases now. And if we
how many points does that get you in Words with Friends?
So wait, what you're saying is since we have a copious amount of toys that
actual words, I like it. Better than some fucking pissant using QI.
Hey, you said the unspeakable word. You have to ban yourself.
I'm the immortal one. No one bans me.
Exactly. Yourself.
Well, if I had banned myself, I'd have to kick myself off the show, and then the show would end, and it would just end on like an episode of the fucking Sopranos and a fade to black.
Get end on a high note. You got 49 viewers watching.
Can we use a quesadilla?
No.
A quesadilla of tea. It just doesn't sound right.
A cornucopia.
A
cornucopia. A cornucopia.
Oh yeah, cornucopia. I haven't heard that in a while.
You're welcome.
Watch the Hunger Games.
I learned plethora from Full House when Uncle Jesse was trying to become educated and reading like Greek books and stuff.
Were you listening to my TV again, Daba?
Man, this was like 10 years
I've
ago.
heard some of the shit on your TV, David. Shut up.
Marty as a Dinosaur is not a real show, dude.
Anything in the YouTube I'm looking at. VK80 with blackout 20 minute. See VK80 for 25 minutes repair.
That's not bad. What level's your blackout, Tweety?
8.
Oh, that's I might quit it too. I might quit it then if I can do VK80s with him.
Ban Fear the Peel. No, I'm not going to ban Fear the Peel. He is on strike too for his Pokemon references, but
Question for Tweety. Did you use that blackout in combination with another unit?
That's a good question.
That too, because standing alone, I'd be quite surprised. Now he might have gotten the easy design where it did the red tanks. Then I could potentially see it, especially seeing if it can hit air and ground. He's got level 8. No,
he didn't.
Wow, what design was it? Because that would be.
Jack. I hate you. I hate you so much.
I love you too.
Beaner, Jack? Seriously? Beaner?
No, it was Bieber.
Oh. No.
Shut up.
Do not make it. No, don't say that. And along with the purple dinosaur's name too.
So is there anything else? Anything else anyone wants to comment on?
Welcome back, Doc.
Doc never went anywhere.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Doc did not go
It's
anywhere.
those Russian hackers. Those Russian hackers.
Leave us.
It was all about the Russian hackers. So since we've wrapped up on Warpath, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the new October content calendar for the month very quickly. And I quite like the way CM Chris has done this.
I love the layout. This is sweet. This is not a cut and paste.
It is and it isn't. Yeah, but of course, all the CMs do their stuff in different ways. Soloco had his way, Chris has his way, Swag has his own, had his own way of doing things. So did Lex and Scarlet, and on a lot of other CMs that have been and gone, come back, and then left again. So, for the October content calendar, we have Corpus and Survivor bases coming out. The Spartan ZK, Hades, the Survivor boss base, and the Titan bases for October 2nd. We have Apollo bases on October 3rd. We have Fury and the Corpus 150 base on October 4th, along with the Gear Store update and downtime. So October 4th is the gear store. So you still have one more payout before Infamy resets on the 2nd to grab your hero from the gear store. October 5th, the Phalanx base and the PvP event Warpath Round 2 starts, and a new special base event that I'm assuming that's going to get shown at some point during the next maintenance update on the 4th. October the 6th is the Sentinel base and the Chaplain bases, and Shadow Ops Phase 9, which is that's for October the 6th. Nothing for the 7th and the 8th, which is weird. That's probably over the weekend, isn't it? Yeah. The Acolyte, Purifier, Survivor base, which is the 150, and the Inferno base for the October the 9th. October the 10th is the Vindicator base. October 11th is the Valiant and the Corpus base, and the downtime in the following release after that. October the 12th is the Seeker base and Invasion. October the 13th is the Sentinel and Chaplain base again, and Shadow Ops Phase 10 start. And Survivor bases on October the 16th. There's again the 150 and the Ronin base. And October the 18th is the Corpus base and the downtime and release. And of course, October the 19th is the event, which is bang on exactly where I said, following October 26th with the new special component base. Which I have no idea what the fuck that could be.
I think this is going to be something about the Blackout.
It could be the brand new Shadow Ops.
Yep.
Did everybody see what's missing?
What's missing?
The Kane bases.
Well,
That's what the special base.
They don't say what the special base is.
Oh.
It could happen one day. It could happen more frequently. Ow. Damn it.
Also noticing events are in the middle of the month now. They moved it back a week. Interesting.
No, they've actually pulled that forward into the third week in October, which is standard.
19th is the third week.
19th is the third week of October.
It is. Okay.
Of course, event and world map durations, they do vary. And regular world map spawns will continue in the past, including Elite and Omega base spawns. CB bases? What the fuck is a CB base? I don't get that one, but okay. Bastion bases and Thorium bases and Metal Oil, blah, blah, blah.
I like how they call them Bastion bases like we do.
Well, it's Bastion resource bases, so yeah, they would call them. I'm trying to figure out what a CB base is.
CB. All right, what do we got?
Breaker 19, we got a base deployment.
You forgot to say over.
I mean, there's no faction bases, but that wouldn't be CB. Yeah, I went to apply to this thing, and I was like, what's CB? Oh, yeah, crap, he locked it. As they always do.
It must be something that the kicks I have code for that I don't know.
Maybe a typo, too. So, and that's
Intel bases, maybe? No, it won't be Intel bases.
Corpus.
Cache base? No.
What is Kickstarter cache based?
Can we get a PB and J base?
Coinbase? No, it's not that.
Definitely, that's definitely at Coinbase. Well, no, because it has a B and then a basis. So.
Yeah, CB bases. So.
Well, it's like those that say ATM machine, you know.
Daba Gold.
Yeah, see that C was supposed to be a D, and DB is short for Daba, and then it's Daba bases. I thank you, Kickside, for the.
Then it would just be D bases, because having DB bases would mean Daba something with a B and then something else.
Erase the bottom part of the B, and you got P, so Daba Phoenix bases.
There you go.
It doesn't work that way, Daba. Yeah, and you should know this well enough by now.
I just take a shot. Now color out the bottom of the B on my screen.
Block base. Oh god.
Oh boy.
It's probably something trivial. that they just have a different name for on Kickstarter than we have it. I'd expect Naya metal bases or something like that, but that's not in there. Yeah, fuck it. But that is the content calendar for the rest of the month. So I don't have to read that on Wednesday fucking night.
Hopefully.
You guys want me to
They
do-
shouldn't
Hmm.
change it between then and there. But what do you say, champ?
You want me to do a little demonstration on that blackout on a 65 DK 65?
If you would, that'd be great.
All right.
And then Thibaut can do it and then show you the proper way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. These are actually good units, man.
The one thing I will say to Kickstarter, having looked at the content calendar on there, there is no look of the Herald Elite or the Omega Herald base that a lot of us who picked up the Herald a couple of months ago would really like to see, because my Herald's going to hit 20 soon.
Oh, CB.
I quite like that base.
CB base, Corpus Boss base, God's good put.
Well, Corpus Boss bases would
Don't need
be
that much.
irrelevant. It would be Corpus bases.
Well, because you have Corpus faction bases and then you got the boss base.
It could be.
Everybody started targeting my shit.
Why did Hunter get timeout? What did he say?
He said the unspeakable word that starts with a P.
Ah, yes.
You're welcome. I timed him out so you didn't have to see it.
He wanted to catch them all.
Someone timed him out, not me. Someone timed him out so you didn't have to see it.
No, I could see it. He was timed out by Double Phoenix.
Do you have any proof of this?
Chaplain boss bases?
I could turn on the screen sharing and go straight to it, but
He just sold you out to YouTube and everything.
I know, right? The bus and drove over it.
yeah. I own this fucking thing. You've got nothing from me. So whenever
so
Champ's
bad,
ready,
man.
he can go ahead.
Champ, you're trying
I'll
to
throw
banter
him.
while you get your screen share up. TikTok, TikTok.
Let me come on.
We're gonna go hit 65 with the blackout.
Hey,
I'm doing it right now.
You're not screen sharing.
You're blacked out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, blacked out.
your screen share is blacked up.
In tech. Fuck. I'll have to go find a new base now.
And just remember to turn in your screen share.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies.
Shit happens.
Not enough beer.
Hey Matt, there's a lot of the boss bases that yeah, we had like Malachi. Malachi was a boss base, but because he says the Herald Elite base has never been released since it was a Sunday boss base, but we had Malachi bases on Sunday, but then we had Juggernaut bases just the other day.
Yeah. There's plenty of spaces all the time. The Omega Sandstorm, the Omega Titan, the Omega Jug, all of those bases have been out, but since I've come back, I haven't seen one spawn of an Elite or a Omega Herald base.
We've had Chronos base,
that
which
too.
is now the Elite Hydra base and the Omega Hydra base. Pretty much all the bosses except for the Widow, the Nightshade, and the second one that looked like a warhorse. I can't think of his name, but the one that looked like a warhorse, and then we haven't really got bases for those. But
Who needs a base for a warhorse?
warhorse lives matter, man.
No, they fucking don't.
Who needs war horses?
I'm surprised we didn't get enough on that.
It's an old unit, and it's crap.
Still got 20 of those.
Crap when it came out. It's
Scrap
still
them, dude.
crap right now.
Go ahead, screen share Champ again.
Never
I
actually.
already did, David. Shut
I
up.
had somebody 2 days ago hit me with a platoon of war horses. It was a shock to the system at first, and then it became hilarious.
Yeah, hopefully
I
I
had
don't mess
somebody
up
use
too bad.
microhealed. I had somebody use a microhealed Scorcher. I caught in their tune. I seen a microhealed what was it? A Humvee, Elite Humvee, and I seen a microhealed Elite Viper. I was dying. Oh yeah, there was a microhealed Jackal, and another one had a warhorse in it too.
That looks tiny.
Yeah, that thing's puny.
Look
Why
at
are
the
you
drones,
running?
though, man. They're doing damage, though.
Why are you running?
Yeah. And those blackout drones aren't supposed to be targetable, but I was told that they can be killed.
Do not
Apparently.
see them being killed. Come on, little
Okay.
dronies. Little
It
dronies.
works on the same process as the Phantom. They can be fired at when they're firing at something.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because you can see that they're stealthed. So that with its electric might actually do some good.
They're being retards, though. They're not going after the hunter.
I don't think they
wanna-
target air.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, they target air and ground.
If you look at it, it's got one tick. There you go. It just went down.
It just
Yeah, but after he got severely damaged.
Yeah, I'm doing terrible. I'm doing a terrible job on this base. So
That's the obviously if he was going to do this, he'd put a Titan or something with drones to cover it, but he's just using their unit raw.
Yeah.
Considering it's a level, what level is this thing?
level 10.
Yeah, I mean level 10, it's not doing bad. It's taking a beating.
It does, and the 65s can put out some hurt if you're not
I'm getting
careful.
attacked by Anton Airlines. Thank you, Anton. I appreciate it. Man.
He's just putting you in a protection bubble. That's all. Don't worry, so you can keep.
He's hitting us too.
Oh, never mind.
Exposed. What am I fucking reading?
The yellow, watery.
Drones, man.
Oh boy.
Why are the drones sitting back there, man? Why don't they go attack?
I don't know.
Because they're scared.
Fucking drones are being retards, man. Shit, come on, drones, do your
I was
job.
saying last night where you got to keep it moving and like keep it in the range of stuff they can target.
Jeez Louise.
Because Steve was saying a friend
I'm
of
back.
his coined it, and I was testing it.
Crap.
I mean,
Not bad,
we
man,
can
for
put
a
in
level
the
10
Herald
regular
parts
unit.
out. Herald parts out in this store-bought bullshit thing. 500 fucking gold for 30. Fuck off.
King apparently bought him for his money. 2 packs.
What's that? You know, just think of that unit being Omega. I mean, that's going to be a good unit, I think.
It's going to be an excellent unit when it gets there.
Every unit has become.
That's $100,
Yes.
$100 US dollars for 30 parts.
You could do a lot better. I mean, I could have probably done a lot better with, you know, let me see what my damage on that thing is. But,
You'll get better with practice with it. That's all.
yeah, I mean, and I'm not going to use it alone, you know. I'm not going to be that dumb, but that unit with other units is going to be pretty good, I think.
It probably will be. I mean, units like that tend to... You've got to learn what
6
it does,
hours,
what it's
26
capable of.
minutes.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
YouTube says move your blackout not too close. Target something a little bit earlier, and when the drones move forward to the target unit, to target the unit or building, turn blackout back.
What's the gold cost on it?
17 gold for the 6 hours.
17 that's not too bad, actually. That's actually cheaper than a fucking Herald.
No, I could have done better on the attack, though, but yeah, just
How much health is left? How much
was
health
like,
is gone?
About 2/3 left.
a little less than half, I think. Right?
Okay, so it's about a 12-hour repair from fully dead.
It was a 6-hour repair.
Yeah, but if it was killed 100%,
You're probably...
Oh yeah, I'm
dead.
guessing. I'm guessing 14-hour repair if it's fully
between 14 and
dead.
16.
What's the build time?
Yay! Another day, another half a fucking day repair for a unit that we don't have PvP tunes for. The build time's 6 days.
Yeah.
6 days. Okay.
Pretty
But see, don't use it like we just saw here, because obviously, because if you did that with your Titan and that unit and a couple bone saws or Valiants or something, you could get that probably an hour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not meant. The blackout's not meant to be the next Herald. It's meant to shock and scramble vehicles and turrets to protect your other units that you're using to.
I'm thinking it's going to be really good with the Elite Titan drones on my Omega Titan. I've already got plans for this thing, and I've just seen it now, like for the first time, and I've already got plans for it.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. in front of Fury's Sandstorm Titan.
Mhm.
On par with the Herald, shocking everything, scrambling the Hunter missiles, Seekers, Hades, stuff like that, so they can't shoot at your Herald.
Apparently, it keeps good with the Titan and Sandstorm, like speed-wise, so that's good.
Yeah, that's great then. Like
And apparently, it doesn't shoot the pink blob or the blue blob like the Shadow did. Does. It shoots like the Hellstorm or the Sandstorm missiles, like the little 2 or 3
like
missiles.
3 little Moabs. Okay.
Yeah, it shoots like little missiles like the Sandstorm, and so it's better. But it says it scrambles, so I don't know if it's drones or not. Because in the it scrambles.
The scramble would be the main fire or the main weapon on the unit, not the. If the drones did scramble, my God, it would be amazing.
And we should test to see if that scramble actually works with like the main gun actually shooting.
Well, as much as I used it, I didn't even see the main gun shoot. So
you can probably do that in another time. I think we've pretty much gone through what we want to go through right now. There'll be more staff next week when we do Warpath Round 2. And of course, Wednesday night is Wednesday night. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to throw some shout-outs out there and get this thing over with. David, start at the end. We'll start with you.
All right. Just to shut up Hunter, because I know he's probably going to ask for his shout-out. Hunter, here's your shout-out.
Fuck off.
For everybody out there watching in YouTube, thank you for showing up. Everybody on the panel, thank you for having me. Doc, for putting on the show. And for the infinity people that will watch this later. And for those that will watch it 20 years later, hopefully, if we're all still around. Thank you. With that, I'm done.
Dubba, shout out, please. Dubba.
Oh, I thought you said Dutch. Okay. Shout out to everyone on the panel. Shout out to Corpus for hosting such an epic unit such as the Blackout, and to Champ for sacrificing his for science. Shout out to Anonymous out on YouTube. He's saying he wants a shout out, so whatever. And shout out to Doc for putting up with us at, I guess it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Although this is a short show. It's
11 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock at night, you dozy bastard.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning in Australia somewhere.
Well,
and finally, shout out to 116 and Rave. And to everyone who enjoyed Warpath and did Warpath, and hope to see you next. And Farm Commander, you need to come back on the show. And Chance. Yeah, he's a good guy I used to roll with, and I jumped into his server. I was looking for honor, and I saw him pop up. I'm like, oh crap, I can't hit here. But apparently, I hit somebody on that's actually on Unshackled, a Twister or something.
That'll do. Devo, any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to the panel. Shout out to you, Doc, putting on the show. Shout out to all the assholes in 173. And shout out to everybody in the community. This little mini event was pretty badass. And, running around and hitting, as many bases as I did, there wasn't a lot of politicking. It was just a lot of having fun and smashing each other. So definitely appreciated it.
Excellent stuff. Dutch, you got any shout outs?
Yes, shout out to you, Phil. Thanks for putting up the show with us. And shout out to the YouTube panel. And shout out to Unshackled.
Excellent stuff. Godscope, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to the community for this awesome event. To everybody that I hit, thanks for not bitching about it. To my leaders and everything like that, you're all good sports. I probably hit more green bases than I hit red bases. Shout out to the biggest noob in the game I know, King. Don't forget, you can place your order for your Unshackled mug on the Unshackled page. If you bitch about the price, you'll be banned. That's the order of things.
What? It's still it's still going on.
What? Oh my God, no, sorry, man.
I'm going to murder you.
Dude, I'm gonna plug it. I'm gonna plug those mugs every single show I'm on, which means this is probably the last show I'm on.
You said
so. It's been fun.
You said that, not me.
When is the unshackled, when is the unshackled beer glass going on? I would.
Whenever the fuck I
Yeah,
can.
man. That's what I was saying, man. I ain't buying a mug unless it's a beer mug.
Date to be determined. Dr. Phil will accept pre-orders.
Hey, but hey, no small glasses. It has to be at least a half a liter.
That's a standard pint anyway, so it's all good. No, Champ, you got any shout outs, my friend?
Yeah, just to you guys in the panel and you, Dr. Phil, and you guys in YouTube and community, as always. It's been fun. Keep on fucking destroying shit and having fun, man. Let's fucking go, dude. Come to my base, motherfuckers.
Jack, I dread to think of what you could possibly come up with now, but go ahead, give me a shout out.
Shout out to the panel. Shout out to you, Doc, for hosting the show. Shout out to YouTube and the assholes in 173. And shout out to Rum. Rum is good.
Wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Mr. TNT, have you got any shout outs, my friend?
Yeah, I got a shout out. Thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for hosting the show again, Doc. Good to hear you're back. And shout out to the panel for this evening, and absolutely to Champ. He sacrificed another unit, like Double Set for science. And shout out to Heineken, because I really, really, really love my beer, and I missed it a lot since my twins were born. So thank you all, and good night for now.
Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. I don't know if Data's actually still here, but if you are here, have you got some shout outs?
Dub is the best player ever.
No, that was Dobber. Shut up, Dobber.
I heard myself.
I will take that as a no. So from me, from Unshackled, and from everybody
my
else.
name's Dana King. I'd like to give a shout out to the best player in the game I know, Godscope. He's super cool.
Seriously.
Way to say
I'm wrapping up the show. You fucking knucklehead, shut the fuck up.
I'm done. That was funny. I'm gonna end on that.
Raccoon. What was last matter?
Are you done?
Probably not.
Are you done?
Not quite.
Well, be done. Be done. You're done now. Now shut the fuck up and let me finish. Of course, some shit happened yesterday that I have to address, and I would consider it more of a wobble on my part more than anything else, because getting fucked by Kixeye is usual, but getting fucked in the way that I got fucked yesterday was just horrible. It was just straight up no lube. I didn't even get a cuddle afterwards. You know, it was one of those things, and I lost my temper. I mean, I lost my shit, well and truly. I logged out of the game for the entire day. I resigned from Unshackled for a start off, and I basically did all that yesterday. And after a lot of conversations with a couple of people and a long discussion with support, and it got sorted. I have rescinded the entire thing. I may look like a jackass for doing it, but when it gets fixed, it got fixed. And this is what happens when you allow emotion to just take over everything that you do. If you get annoyed with something enough, you're liable to do something stupid. And in that case, I did the stupid thing first and the smart thing second. So when you're dealing with something like that, do the smart thing first and don't do the stupid shit. Because the stupid shit tends to land you in the same fucking position it landed me in yesterday. With a very, very big headache and a very long and arduous argument. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to Skippy. I know she's not here tonight. I know she's dealing with things. And it's always good to sit down and talk to her, no matter what time of the morning it is. She's got her rock, and I have mine, and I love it a bit, and that's all I can say about that. Of course, I want to shout out to my panel for this evening, to all of the guys on YouTube. And of course, same time, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, War Commander Unshackled, and good night, everybody.